Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of 10 Shed Shenanigans. Today we'll be starting part 2 of this Cub Cadet HDS Will It Run. We know it runs, we know it will spin the tires at least, we don't know if it'll move under its own power. Part 2, it's going to get loud because it's about to start raining. Part 2 will be getting this thing running and driving and mowing on its own. And this thing is like super rusty, so it will not be sold as an entire unit. I will be parting this thing out just because the side panels are flaky with rust. There's rust bubbles all over the hood. But we gotta set up a fuel source, i.e. the tank, because it is clean, like really clean actually. So I gotta clean this line out and get all that done. So I'm going to do that. And that way we'll have all that done. My tire tubes are supposed to be here Friday, Thursday, somewhere tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. So either tomorrow or Friday, my tire tubes are supposed to be here. And I'm not going to buy a battery since I'm parting this thing out. But we'll rob a battery off something so we can see if this thing will run and drive on its own. So let's just get right to the action. Okay, so I did get that fuel line cleaned out, as you saw me trying to, blow through it and get all that stuff. There was a dirt dauber nest in it. That's okay though. I got it cleaned out. It's pushing fuel. I'm sure I'll have to replace a couple fuel filters in the mix, but it's okay. Next will be our choke cable seized, so I got some PB Blast soaking down in there to help with that. I'll come out probably tomorrow. I'm hoping my tire tubes will be in tomorrow so I can really, work with it, but it's all when it's supposed to be delivered, so can't really do too much. The choke works though. That's the odd thing, is choke works if I don't, bend the fire out of the cable. It'll really work. I may have to pull the cable off and work it like that. But somehow or another, some rust got in there and really seized everything up, or it's just seized right here at the little knob. Let me get a pair of pliers and see if I can't twist it and maybe free it up. But we'll be pulling it back tomorrow. I'll pull the battery out of the other mower that you saw me put the starter on to get this one going, and we'll see if she can't. We'll try to drive her on some flat tires. This thing is just flaked with rust, but it's got low hours, so it's pretty cool. But this is what I mean as far as rust goes. It's just flaked with rust. Those little side panels are super rusty, so I'm not even worried about putting them back on. But I'll steal a battery out of that one, and if you stay tuned, that will be the next video, because I got it to run and everything, but stay tuned and you'll figure out why there's gonna be a video on it. Yeah, I'll mess with this some more tomorrow when I have a little more time, because we had church tonight. So, and hopefully my parts will be in. So I'll see y'all then. We're back out here again this evening. Put the battery in, and for some reason it didn't want to run. Like it would run and kind of be iffy and spit and sputter, and I couldn't figure out why. And I was like, well, let me pop the carburetor off. Maybe some trash got in there. And well, that's the inside of the float bowl. It's just rust. So, you know, that'll probably do it. Now I'm gonna clean this carburetor up some, and yeah, you can just see all the junk. I'm gonna clean this carburetor up some, throw it back on, and see if that doesn't aid our issue, and then we'll go from there. I finally got her running. Now let's see if she'll drive. Once the brake is off, hey, she's moving. Smell the bad gas burning. Okay. I'm not hooking the jack back up just because my come on. Come on now. That'll do it. Just ones like that, but she's running on her own poorly. And she did drive. My tire tubes won't be here until tomorrow, probably. But I won't be hooking the jack back up just because everything's so rusty, and I'd be worried something would fly out. But she keeps acting like she's gonna die, and then she picks back up. Not really sure what that's about. It decided to suck in the bolt that's supposed to hold in the air filter. So I did not want that to happen. But looks like we'll be waiting until tomorrow to put tire tubes on to actually go drive this thing around. But yeah, she did drive around on her own a little bit. I'll at least make sure the PTO works when it gets running again. But for right now, this will be where I call it tonight. See y'all tomorrow. PTO's not working. But it's driving. My fuel source keeps falling over. It's driving on her own. So No, it won't. The electronic PTO doesn't work, and I'm sure there's a mess of wiring that's contributing to that, but it's missing so many body panels and so many screws, and it's rusty that, you know, I'm going to be parting this one out just as it sits. And so if anyone in my comment section has a 1996 HDS Cub Cadet 2135, and you need any parts off this that you saw in the video and you saw that they're still good, comment and I will give you my email to reach out to me if you're in the Mississippi area. Side panels are pretty rusty. The deck, surprisingly, is solid. I don't know how that happened, but all the body itself is just like peely with rust, and it's too incomplete for me to safely and feel comfortable giving it to someone and not feel like a used car salesman. But motor runs, it drives, it's got brand new drive shaft bushings in it, it steers, it's got new front tires. The rear tires actually took air, they don't mean anything, but I got tubes if I would like to keep the tires. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I know it's been, you know, a little bit of a letdown on this one. You know, it didn't mow, but we did see it drive around the yard some, which is more than it's done since January. It's just been sitting behind my shed. So, but yeah, this one will be parted out. If you see it on Marketplace, just know this is where it was. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and you know, hit the little bell icon so you never miss another episode of 10 Shed Shenanigans.